Let's talk about two important factors of owning investment property. One, how do you buy it? And two, what are the benefits of owning investment property? Well, if I have not met you, my name is Sean Derrick. I love what I do. I'm an investor, I'm a real estate agent, and I'm a pastor. Loves my community, and I love sharing with you information. So if you find value in this video, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the content that we provide. So let's talk about how to buy investment property. We know that 80% of the world's wealth is an investment or is in real estate. And we know that probably you're watching this video because you want to learn a little bit more about investing in real estate. And I think that's really good. You should. Not to say that investing in real estate is for everybody, but understanding some of the basics is helpful. So I want to share with you a little bit about how to buy and, of course, the benefits. So I got this smart board. It was in my office, and I thought I would try it for the very first time. It's pretty cool. So we'll play around on this thing here for a minute during our video. So let's talk about buying real estate for a few minutes. When you buy in real estate as an investment, typically you're going to be able to buy a couple different ways. And so if you're a entry level investor wanting to own single family properties, then you can buy it a few different ways. Well, right here is the buy, and right here are the ways. So here is one way. It's just simply the 20% down payment option. If you are getting conventional financing, you always have to pay 20% down payment to be able to buy an investment property. And so that's a great way. If you have the money saved, you can just go put 20% down. You own an investment property. Perfect. Put a renter in that and start getting all the benefits we'll talk about here in a minute. Or you might tell me, Sean, I don't have 20% down payment. So, how do I start investing in real estate at a little bit of a different pace? Well, here's another option. It's called house hacking. Right there. Look how the screen moves. It's awesome. House hacking. So, house hacking is when you buy a primary residence with little down payment, you live in it for a year, you save up enough money to be able to go buy another primary residence, and then you move out of the one you bought a year ago, you put a renter in it, and you go buy another primary residence. Rinse and repeat. Now, what are the benefits of that? Well, the benefits are, one, you get lower down payment. Remember, one of the options I pointed out was you can do 20% down payment. But if you don't have 20% down payment, you can buy a primary residence with as little as zero down payment. If you qualify for maybe a VHDA grant program where you get VA, if you have a VA loan, or maybe USDA or rural development loan. A lot of options, zero down payment. Or maybe you go with FHA, which is a 3.5%, or you go conventional. You can go all the way down to 5% down payment. So you can see the benefit. It takes less money to purchase the home, and then you get to turn that into a rental property after you live in it for a little bit and then go buy another primary residence. So that's called house hacking. It's a great way to acquire rental property without having to save 20% down payment for every rental property you buy. Now, here are the realities. If you're just a season of life doesn't afford you the flexibility to be able to move every year, then maybe that doesn't work for you. Okay. I think if you're young and you're able to do it, to be honest, that's what I'm telling my kids. I want my kids to learn how to buy an investment property or buy a property, go live in it, and then buy another one so they can start accruing their own generational wealth and their own retirement future early on by house hacking. But here's a third option right here. This third option is called distress. So let's say you don't have 20% down payment. You're not at a place in life where you can just start moving to another primary residence every year. And so what do you do? Well, another option is now you can buy distressed properties. Now, what I mean by that is you find a home that needs a little bit of work and you buy it and then you do the work. Well, what have you just created? You've created sweat equity, right? You bought it at a discount, you put a little bit of work into it, and now you have sweat equity that you can use that equity as the down payment to own the home. So give you an example. So you buy a home that would be worth 400,000 if it's fully renovated. All right, it's called after renovation value. But let's say you buy it for 250 because it needs, $70,000 of work. You buy it for 250 with a hard money lender, you put $70,000 into it to get it nice and shiny and back up to par, and then now you own a home that's worth 400, but you only got 320 in it. Well, guess what? That's your 20% down payment. It's the earned equity that you can keep the home for yourself as a rental property with actually not needing any of your own money, but you needed your time, right? You needed your time to be able to find the home at a discount and to renovate it. And of course, you use other people's money, which is called lenders, to be able to do the refinance or to do the funding. So let's just, as a recap on this, I want you to feel, how do you buy property, particularly residential property? 20% down payment, house hack, distressed. Those are going to be the three, I would say, most common areas just to learn, but you can do it. You can buy property. But let's just kind of flip the script here real quick. Why? Why are the benefits? Why go through all the benefits of saving up 20% or house hacking, put a renter in there, or going through the property to find a distressed property? Excuse me, renovating it. Why do all that? Well, let's talk about the benefits. This board is awesome. So, what are the benefits? All right, the benefits are threefold. You're going to have appreciation. All right. That's going to be a benefit. Statistically, historically, a home is going to appreciate between 4 to 6% every single year over the longevity of the years that you own that home. So you are earning money every year you own that home with something called appreciation. All right. I'll run through a case study here in a moment. You're also getting principal buy down. What does that mean? That means you put a tenant in the home and they're paying off your mortgage, but they're also paying off your principal. Even if you don't cash flow, even if they just pay your mortgage, then you're still getting principal buy downs, like a forced savings account every single month. And then you also have tax savings. Okay. There's tax savings when you own an investment property. And then you have the fourth is cash flow. So the four benefits of investment properties is appreciation, principal buy down, tax savings, and cash flow. So here's the case scenario. Let's look at this. This is awesome. All right. So appreciation right here. When you buy a home, here's the scenario: $400,000. You buy a $400,000 home. The very first year after owning it, you made at a 4%. We're going conservative. 4% appreciation. You made $16,000. Congratulations. Doesn't stop there though. Principal buy down. Just by paying down the principal, they pay down $3,251 year one. And if you get a mortgage, you pay most of your interest up front, right? Well, first year, you're still paying down $3,200 off of your principal year one. And tax savings. Now this tax saving bracket is at a 24% tax bracket. So if you make somewhere between maybe $75,000 and $150,000 a year, okay, you're going to be in this 24% tax bracket. So if that was you, you would have $5,351 savings, tax savings, simply by owning this one investment property. So simply by owning one $400,000 investment property, you make $16,000 appreciation. You save $3,251 in principal reduction. You also save $5,351 in tax savings. That means year one, you are net positive $24,602 simply by owning one investment property for 1 year. And y'all, that does not even include cash flow. We didn't even talk about it. All right. That's not even including cash flow. So you get $24,600 by owning one property, and then you benefit from cash flow if the rent is higher than what the mortgage is. So if your mortgage is $2,500 and the rent and all of your, if the mortgage is $2,500 and then your rent is $2,800, that's $300 cash flow. And guys, investors are typically looking for a minimum of $300 a month cash flow to be able to own an investment property. And that's going to be after expenses if you pay property managers or any utilities or HOA that you're covering. So the monthly cash flow is not going to ultimately make you wealthy, right? It's all of these other benefits that we talked about. with appreciation, with principal buy down, with tax savings. And then cash flow is just, honestly, it's just icing on top. So, why invest in real estate? Well, how to buy it, gave you three options, and the benefits, gave you the big benefits. Hope you found value in this. Listen, if you want to learn more about investing, we teach how to whoop all the way over here buy distressed properties. Okay. So, of course, we help people buy investment properties and we teach people how to actually buy distressed properties because there's a lot of skill. So, if you want to learn more about our deep dive class, it's a 4-week deep dive class. Let us know. Of course, we'd love to be able to have you in it as we spend 4 weeks really learning in a deep dive how to do that. So, if you want to learn more about this, if you want to assess if investing would be a good goal of yours this coming year, please let me know. You'll find our contact information in the description. All right. Have a blessed day and week.